Imagine waking up and oil costs $200, stock markets crash, and global trade stops. That's the terrifying scenario if the Iran war lasts 6 months. Right now, the world is watching the conflict in the Middle East very carefully. Economists say the real danger isn't the war itself, it's how long it lasts. Because if this war drags on for 6 months, the global economy could face a serious crisis. Let's break down exactly what could happen. The first and biggest shock would be oil. Iran sits next to the Strait of Hormuz, one of the most important shipping routes in the world. About 20% of global oil passes through this narrow sea route. If the war disrupts that route for months, oil supply drops, fuel shortages begin, prices skyrocket. Oil prices have already jumped above $100 per barrel during the conflict. Some analysts warn that if the war lasts several months, prices could climb above $130 or even higher. And when oil rises, everything becomes more expensive. Higher oil prices mean higher inflation worldwide. Fuel powers trucks, ships, airplanes, factories. So when oil prices surge, the cost of food, transportation, and electricity also rises. Even a 10% increase in energy prices can reduce global economic growth and increase global inflation worldwide. That's why economists worry the world could enter something called stagflation, when prices rise while economies slow down. Financial markets hate uncertainty. If the war lasts 6 months, investors could panic. Stock markets would likely see massive volatility, sell-offs, trillions of dollars wiped from global markets. Analysts say prolonged conflict could affect inflation, government debt, and the stock market itself. This is why wars often trigger major financial shocks. Another major risk is global trade disruption. Over 80% of world trade moves by sea, and the Middle East is a key shipping corridor. If shipping routes become dangerous, shipping shops stop moving, shipping costs explode, and goods take weeks longer to arrive. That means shortages of electronics, car parts, food, fuel. This is exactly what happened during previous global crises. When you combine expensive energy, stock market instability, and trade disruptions, you get the perfect recipe for a global recession. Economists already warn that if the conflict continues and energy prices stay high, the risk of a worldwide recession increases significantly. Some countries, especially those that import oil, would suffer the most. So the real question isn't just who wins the war. The real question is how long will it last? Because if the Iran war lasts 6 months, the world economy could face one of the biggest shocks in decades. What do you think? Could this conflict trigger a global recession, or will the crisis end before that happens? Comment your thoughts below.